Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Biggie and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Biggie's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. And this is no small feat for a French Bulldog. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction is a little tug and release on his training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. We're going to give you the option of several different training collars because we want you to be comfortable with the one that you're using, and then we'll see what works best for you during your follow-up training session. Now Biggie's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, again, which is where all our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is nothing more than proper leash walking, and the command is Biggie heel. Now at this point, Biggie's job is to stay with you when walking. Not forging ahead, not lagging behind, but walking right next to your left leg. And each time that you stop your feet, Biggie has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And his sits are spot on. Every time that Rich stops his feet, Biggie sits. And he did tell him that time, but most times he doesn't tell him to sit. If he doesn't sit, you say no sit. But for the most part, Biggie's very good with his automatic sits. So when you stop to cross traffic or talk to someone on the street, he should be sitting quietly next to your left leg and waiting for you to tell him what to do next. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Your homework is going to be to lengthen out the amount of time that he can hold it. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him. He stops at his shoulders. That's very important. And Biggie's ready to get another command. And if you notice, Rich will turn, throw in right turns, left turns, about turns when you're heeling with him. And you can do this right indoors. Biggie's small enough that you can practice in a pretty small spot, because I've done it with him when it was raining or not nice outside. Rich leaves him in another sit stay. He backs away from him. He lets him hold it. And this time Rich is going to call him, and this is the come on command. Biggie come, and he comes and sits. He doesn't jump all over you. Very nice left turn there. Nice automatic sit. He is so cute. Stay. Rich leaves him in another sit stay. He's nice and focused. He's looking up at Rich. And Rich calls him again out of that, has him come in and sit, and then he takes him right back to heel position. He encourages him. You can tap your leg, whatever you have to do to keep him focused. Now the next command is the down from a heel position. So with him seated, you use your left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. And again, your homework will be to lengthen out the time and the distance. When Rich returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around him just as he did on the sit stay. He walks around to meet his leash, stops at Biggie's shoulders, and then they take off heeling. And they will show us that down from a heel again. If you speed up, he should do the same. If you slow down, he should do the same.
Down. Stay.
We're going to miss Biggie. He comes in and sits beautifully. And Rich is verbally praising him, but he's not using treats. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate is probably the hardest for Biggie, and that's down from a distance. So you leave him in a sit-stay and you turn to face him.
Down.
You give the down command with your right hand. Hey, Biggie. He just learned that. And we weren't sure how that was going to go. Now we have demonstrated for you Biggie's formal on-leash obedience commands. We've worked on his carrier. We've worked on a lot of things with Biggie, but that's his formal on-leash obedience. We've enjoyed having him. We're going to miss him when he's gone, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.